Today we are going to discuss problems on it's a dipole concept. Yesterday and the day before yesterday we completed dipole concept. Now we are going to discuss problems, different types of problems on the dipole concept. So see the first problem. A point particle of mass m is attached to one end of massless rigid rod, non-conducting rod of length capital L. Another point particle of same mass is attached to another end of the rod. The two particles carry charges plus q and minus q respectively. This arrangement is held in a region of uniform electric field such that the rod makes small oscillations with the field. The expression for the minimum time required needed for the rod to becomes parallel to the field. This is the, so in this case we are going to find time period and its torque and its frequency of the oscillation of the rod. So now we are going to discuss. See, first what is the torque acting on the dipole? Torque. So general torque, what is the torque definition? P sin theta. So here what is the dipole moment? Magnitude of either charge into distance between the two charges. So that means dipole moment is q into L. So then what happened? Torque tau is equal to QLE into sin theta. This is the expression for torque. Now we are going to discuss time period and its frequency. So here, so generally its torque is acting in this direction. Now we can say that it's a restoring torque when we apply torque minus P sin theta. Minus P sin theta. Here theta is very small. Very small. So now we can write sin theta is approximation is equals to theta. Now this can be written as it's P into minus half theta. Otherwise we can write it is minus P sin theta. Sin theta. So now its moment of inertia of rod, I, and its angular acceleration of the rod is alpha. So now we know the formula. Tau equal to I alpha. Now here we substituted I alpha equals to minus P is, it's theta very small means it becomes theta, it's theta. Now alpha equals to minus P by I into theta. So this equation 2. So we know the linear acceleration SHM equation, linear SHM equation omega square into x. So when it is oscillating x like this, x. So now here we are going to discuss angular acceleration. So what is the angular displacement? Theta. Angular acceleration alpha and angular velocity omega. So angular SHM equation. Angular SHM equation. So So what is the angular system equation? Alpha equals to minus omega square into theta. Equation number 3. Now we compare the equation 1 and 3, 2 and 3. We compare the equation 2 and 3. Compare equation 2 and 3. When we compare equation 2 and 3, omega square replace, we can write it is P by I. So what will be there in the remainder? So omega square equals to, it's P by I. So now omega equals to root over P by I. So omega can be written as 2 pi by T. This equals to root over P by I. So now T equals to 2 pi root over I by its PE. This is the time period of oscillations. Now frequency we can write it is frequency equals to 1 by time period. This equal to 1 by 2 pi root over P by I. This is the frequency of the oscillations. Here we are going to discuss moment of inertia of the dipole. Suppose this is the dipole. Here particle mass m. Here it's a mass m having both of mass m. So now it is rotating about the center of mass. This is the center of mass, center of the dipole. So here to here distance L, here to here distance L. So what is the moment of inertia formula about this? mr square. So total moment of inertia of this particle m into L by 2 whole square plus m into L by 2 whole square. So I equal to m into L square by 4 plus m into L square by 4. So moment of inertia ml square by 2. So now we substituted here moment of inertia. So time t equals to 2 pi root over ml square by, it's a 2 into PE. This is the expression for the time period. See, the time period means so if it is start and it's complete one revolution, this is the takes time t. But when it is from here to here, how much is the time taken? How many parts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 4 parts, how much is the time taken? T. For one part, how much is the time taken? T is equals to T by 4. So now the time T equals to T by 4 means so 2 pi by 4. So pi by 2 into root over ml square by 2 into P is the time period of the oscillations. Okay. Right. Next, second problem. Two opposite and equal charges of 4 into 10 power minus 8 coulombs when placed 2 into 10 power minus 2 centimeters away from a dipole. If this dipole is placed in an external field 4 into 10 power 8 Newton per coulomb, find the value of maximum torque and work done in rotating through 180 degrees. So what we have to find? We have to find maximum torque and work done in rotating through 180 degrees. Work done rotate is 180 degrees. So first, what are the given values? These are the two charges. This is the plus q and minus q. Otherwise, this equals to 4 into 10 power minus 8 coulombs and this equals to minus 4 into 10 power minus 8 coulombs, and distance between them 2L equals to 2 into 10 power minus 4 meters. And what is the electric field? So electric field E equals to 4 into 10 power 8 Newton per coulomb. So now what is the work done in rotating through 180 degrees? So tau equals to formula P sin theta. So when it will be torque maximum, when theta equals to 90 degrees, torque is maximum. This is equals to it's P. This equals to P means Q into 2L into E. Now tau maximum, Q means 4 into 10 power minus 8, 2L 2 into 10 power minus 4, E 4 into 10 power plus 8. So tau maximum equal to, so 4 into 4, 16 into 2, 10 power plus 8, 10 power minus 8 cancel, 16 into 2 means 32 into 10 power minus 4, it's Newton meters. This is the torque. So next, what about work done? Generally work done formula P into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So here we rotated, in rotating 180 degrees means theta 1 equals to 0. Initially it is at equilibrium and theta at 2 equals to 180 degrees. So W is equals to P into cos 0 minus cos 180. So W is equals to P cos 0 1 minus of minus 1. So W is equals to 2 times PE. So W is equals to 2 into, so this is the P value 32 into 10 power minus 4. So W is equals to 64 into 10 power minus 4 joules. This is the answer. Right. An electric dipole is along a uniform electric field. If it is deflected by 60 degrees, work done by agent is 2 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Then the work done by the an agent, if it is deflected by 30 degrees further. Suppose this is the dipole. It's a dipole plus Q minus Q. So it is in the uniform electric field. So it is in the uniform electric field E bar. So how much is the work done to deflect 60 degrees? So 2 into 10 power minus 19. That means suppose we deflected, it's up to theta 2 equals to 60 degrees is the plus Q, and it's a minus Q. So how much is the work done? That means initially at equilibrium position, finally is at 60 degrees. So work done, how much is the work done? W equals to 2 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So what is the work done formula? P into cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So work done equals to, work done, how much is the work done? 2 into 10 power minus 19. This equals to P equal to cos theta 1 cos 0 minus cos 60. 2 into 10 power minus 19 equals to P equal to cos 0 1 minus 1 by 2. 2 into 10 power minus 19 equal to P into 1 by 2. So now we get P is equal to 2 into 2, 4 into 10 power minus 19 is equation number 1. So now from this position we have to rotate further 30. So means, so the position of the dipole is in this. Means this is the theta 1 and this is becomes theta 2. So theta 2 here to here theta 2. So we can write it is . 2 W is equals to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Cos theta 2. So W equals to PE cos theta 1. So now it is now it is at further means it's 30 plus 60 90 degrees. So now we can write it is cos 60 minus cos 90. Cos 90. So W equals to P into cos 60 1 by 2 minus 0. W equals to P by 2. So P by 2. P means 4 into 10 power minus 19 by 2. This equals to 2 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So now this is the question. In this position to in this position, this position to this position, how much is the work done is required? 2 into 10 power minus 19 joules is required. That means from here to here, in order to displace, this is the work done we have to do. So from here to here, same work done, less angle, same work done. That means we have to apply more amount of work done. So more restoring force is acting from here to here. So we call, so that's why we have to do more amount of work. Suppose if the dipole is displaced from equilibrium position to it's 90 degrees. That means we have to take theta 1 equal to 0, theta 2 equals to 90. So at that time we have to use P cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. So that's we have to do the work. Right. Another problem. Two electric dipoles, each of dipole moment 6.2 into 10 power minus 30 coulomb meter are placed with their axis along the same line and their centers at a distance of 10 power minus 8 centimeters. The force of attraction between the two dipoles. So already we discussed last class, yesterday class. So the dipoles are on the axis. On the axis, the force is negative. It represents attractive. Here also given attractive. And when they placed parallel to each other, the force is positive. That means it is repulsive. Is given. So yesterday. So that means here these are the two dipoles are there. So this is the dipole 1. Its answer. And this is the dipole 2, second dipole, it's a dipole moment. So both are in the same direction. And due to the electric field, due to the dipole, the electric field due to the dipole P1 is in the direction, so in this direction. So electric field due to the dipole 2 at dipole 1 is in the direction E2 bar, and their center's distance is R. Now what is the formula? What is the formula in this case? F equal to, yesterday we got F equal to 6 P1 P2 by R power 4. So here we got minus. So here we are going to discuss only magnitude, because already it said attractive, means no need to place minus. So F equal to formula, so there is a attraction force is there in between them, and this value 9 into 10 power 9, 6 into P1, both are same dipole moment, 6.2 into 10 power minus 19 divided by, otherwise 6.2 into 10 power minus 19, 6.2 into 10 power minus 19 divided by R power 4. So 10 power minus 8 we have to convert into meters, then we write minus 10, it's a meter whole power 4. So F equal to First we are doing powers. 9 into 6.2 into 6.2 into 6 into 10 power 9 minus 19 means minus 9 minus 10 minus 10 minus 19, so minus 29 divided by how many 10s are there? 4 10 power minus 4s are there, so this is the 10 power minus 40. So when we bring up f equal to, so its value 9 into 6.2 into 6.2 into 6, so we got 2075.76 into 10 power, it's minus 29 plus 40, 29 plus 40, so this is f equals to 2075 into 10 power 6, it's 10 power 11, so 1 2 3, f equal to 2.075 into 10 power, it's 14, 1 2 3 zeros added, so we have to round off up to, so here this is more than 5, we can preceding number increased by 1, it's a 4, it's a newtons. This is the answer. Right. A small electric dipole is placed at origin with its dipole moment, directed along positive x-axis. So the direction of electric field at a point 2 comma root 2 comma 0. See, this is the x-axis, it's y-axis, x-axis, y-axis. So there is a dipole is there, minus q, so this is the plus q, it's the origin. So we are going to find at this point we are going to find at this point. So here 2 comma root 2 comma 0 means along y direction, so 2 root 2, along x direction 2, let's say it's theta. We are going to intensity of electric field at this point. Now at this point we place 1 unit coulomb, and intensity of electric field, first it's what is the dipole moment, so minus 2 to plus q, we resolve into two components, so p cos theta perpendicular direction, p sin theta. So already in the concept we discussed, there is a dipole moment in this direction means we have to imagine there is a plus q and there is a minus q charges. This is called its pseudo dipole. Here also there is a plus q charge, so there is a minus q charge. This is also pseudo. For this dipole, this point act as a axial, means the intensity of electric field in this direction E axial. Now for this dipole, this point act as a equatorial. In the equatorial, what is the intensity of electric field? Opposite to the dipole moment, so that means in this direction E equatorial is acting. So now the resultant electric field is in this direction E net. So it makes an angle, it's a phi or alpha, let's say alpha. So now first we are going to find the direction of electric field we are going to find. So whether it is y-axis or xy plane, x-axis, so we are going to find. First, what is the axial line formula? Axial line 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. But in the replace of p, what will be there? Cos theta is there. Cos theta. What is the formula for equatorial line? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. So it's p sin theta by r cube. So now here tan theta equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Now tan theta equals to opposite side, let's say we call it is y by x, 2 root 2 by 2, 2 cancel root 2, that means tan theta equal to root 2. This is the answer. So next to here it makes an angle alpha. It makes an angle alpha. So E equal to, we can write it is tan alpha equals to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side what will be there? E equatorial, adjacent side E axial. So now we can find tan alpha equals to E equatorial by E axial. So now what is the formula for E equatorial? So in this both will cancel, and P also cancel, R also cancel. So what will be there here? Sin theta is remains here, 2 cos theta is there. Already we discussed in the concept itself. Tan alpha equal to cos sin theta by cos theta, tan theta by 2. So this is the answer. Tan alpha equal to, tan theta means root 2 by 2. So root 2 by 2 means tan alpha equals to 1 by root 2 is the answer. Now tan alpha equal to, in the replace of root 2 we can write is tan theta. So tan theta means it's a tan theta. So 1 by tan theta means cot theta. Tan alpha equals to cot theta. So tan alpha equals to cot theta, we can write it is tan of 90 minus theta. 90 minus theta, first coordinate, tan becomes cot, it's a theta. Tan get cancelled, alpha equal to 90 minus theta. Now theta plus alpha equals to what is the angle? So 90 degrees. Now we are going to discuss net electric field. See here it's theta with x-axis theta. It's theta. Theta plus alpha. Theta plus alpha, how much is the theta plus alpha? 90 degrees. So this is the x-axis. Now what is the net electric field direction? Along the positive y-axis is the answer. Where is the net electric field? Positive y-axis. Right. Next, another different model. Two electric dipoles of moment P and 64P are placed opposite direction on a line at a distance of 25 centimeters. The electric field will be 0 at a point between the dipoles with a distance from the dipole moment of P is. This is the question. Suppose this is the P, it's a dipole moment. So another dipole moment 64P. Both are in opposite direction. Opposite direction. That means, so field due to this in this direction, first one, field due to this in this direction E2. That means somewhere else, so somewhere else between them is it's 0. net electric field is 0, and center to center r is equals to 25 centimeters. So let's say it is x distance, then the remaining distance r minus x. Generally neutral point is formed at it's near to the it's a smaller moment, dipole moment. Now here both electric fields are in opposite direction, so in this direction, so net there is a chance to form dielectric field. It's electric field is 0 in between the dipole. Let's say at this point net electric field is, then what happened? Net electric field is equals to 0. So that means E1 bar plus E2 bar equal to 0. That means E1 minus E2 equal to 0. So that means E1 equal to E2. Now for this dipole, this point is axial or equatorial? It is in axial. So now we can write it as, let's say first it's a P1, so this is the P2. Now 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2P1 by R cube. R cube means how much is the distance? X cube. Actually on axial line, what is the electric field? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2p by r cube. So now from this dipole, for this dipole, this point is also on axial line. So formula 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it's a 2p2 by its distance r minus x, its whole cube. So 4 pi cancel, 2 cancel. Now r minus x by x whole cube equals to we can write it as p2 by p1. Now r minus r by x minus 1 equals to this can be written as p2 by p1 whole power 1 by 3. So now r by x equal to P2 by P1 whole power 1 by 3 plus 1. Now we can write it is x equal to r by, so P2 by P1 whole power 1 by 3 plus 1. This is the formula for in between the dipoles. If it is outside the dipoles, then it will come minus. For outside dipoles, so what is the formula? X equals to r by P2 by P1 whole power 1 by 3. It's minus 1 is the formula. Now here r is equals to how much? R equal to 25. Now x equals to 25 centimeters divided by P2 how much? 64 by P whole power 1 by 3 minus 1. P cancel. 64 means 4 cube. So now we can write it is x equals to 25 centimeters by 4 cube whole power 1 by 3 minus 1. It's a plus 1. So cube cancel. Now x equals to 25 centimeters by 4 plus 1 5. So now x equals to 5 ones are 5. So this we can get it's 5 centimeters from P. Now what is the null point is formed from 64P? This is the 25 minus 5. So from here it forms at 20 centimeters. Right. Next we are going to discuss two problems. An electric dipole consists of two opposite charges of magnitude 1 microcoulomb separated by a distance 2 centimeters. The dipole is placed in an electric field 10 power minus 5 volt per meter. The maximum torque on the maximum torque that the field exert on the dipole is. You see, these are this is the dipole, minus q, it's a plus q. So how much is the charge? 10 power minus 6 coulombs. Separated by distance, so 2L equals to 2 into 10 power minus 2 meters, and is placed in the electric field. So what is the electric field? 10 power minus 5 volt per meter. Then now we are the maximum torque exerted on the dipole. Just we displaced from its equilibrium, then what is the maximum torque? So already we know the formula, tau equals to P sin theta. When theta is maximum means 1, so tau becomes maximum, theta equals to 90, sin 90 1, so tau becomes maximum, this equals to Pe, tau maximum equal to Q into 2L into E. So Q how much? 10 power minus 6, 2L 2 into 10 power minus 2 into E 10 power minus 5. So this equals to 2 into minus 8 minus 5 minus 13, it's a Newton meter. This is the maximum torque. Next we are going to discuss, this is the problem, two charges plus 3.10 power minus 19 coulombs minus 3.10 power minus 19 coulombs are placed in 2.4 angstroms apart from an electric dipole. So it is placed in a uniform electric field intensity. This is the intensity. So this is the intensity, E equals to 4 into 10 power 5 volt per meter. Its a dipole is placed. So this R equals to 2.4 angstroms. So is Q equals to minus 3.2 into 10 power minus 19. It's Q equals to plus 3.2 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. It's a coulombs. Now what we have to find? The work done to rotate from its equilibrium position to 180 degrees. So what is the work done formula? Work done equals to PE cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Now work done equals to P, we can write it is Q into 2L. So this is the 2L into E into equilibrium position means theta equals to 0, and it's 180 cos 180, and W equals to Q means 32 into 10 power minus 20, 2.24 into 10 power minus 11, E 4 into 10 power 5, it's 1, cos 0 1, cos 180 minus 1, so minus 1. So W equals to 32 into 24 into 4 into plus 2 into, so 10 power minus 20, so minus 15, it's a 10 power 5 plus 5 is minus 20, 10 power minus 15, this is the minus 11, so 10 power minus 26 joules. Now we have to calculate 32 into 24 into 8. Answer, work done equals to 6144 into 10 power minus 26 joules. So 1, 2, 3, W equals to 6.1 into 10 power minus 23 joules. So all of the students, this is for long term and regular students. You do the problems, what are the in student corner, student exercise, you do all the problems. Thank you. And long term students also, so you learn all the basic concepts yesterday and you do more problems. Our material and as well as any other materials, errorless physics or any Deepthi series, you can do the problems from that books also. Thank you.